Hello everyone, I am Renowned Zero, and we're back again talking about yet more Eric July detractors, Rippaverse detractors. Some in particular, like Big Daddy here. You got Dick Masterson saying some stuff. He's not as active as he normally is. And Obtuse Gnome is going to be another one we're going to talk about today. But first, we're going to get into a couple of stuff here from the Rippaverse Goalposts Twitter account. Got some weird stuff going on. Apparently, Eric July is part of a secret group, according to one new random detractor. But we're gonna jump into this video from Big Daddy first. He was actually in Ethan Van Sciver's live stream today, I believe, and he got called out, and rightfully so, because he's an idiot who claims he could do a better job than Eric July. Weird that he's gaining a bunch of subscribers now for literally nothing, but whatever. You can do him. He's allowed to have his opinion on YouTube, just as I'm allowed to have my opinion on YouTube. So let's get right into it now.
Yeah, I remember Eric July, one of those stretch goals for the first one was that he would be able to put his artists on permanent payroll, and he'd be able to keep the same artists for book 2 or whatever. It's like he had enough money to get better artists. If he's paying more than $25 a page, he's getting ripped off.
He's definitely not getting ripped off, because a lot of people like the art in ISOM. A lot of people like the art of ISOM, but sorry to break it to you, it's your opinion that the art is shitty. I don't understand why these people have this weird mentality that everything they say is gospel, even though it's their opinion. Seems like most people love the book, love the art, and are buying the second issue. Remember, you are one of those people that aren't even reading the book. You didn't even read the first book, because you ask questions about things that aren't answered in the book.
But he likes to say he's paying more than the industry standard. Like,
he is. Because at least the people that he's paying are getting paid on time. At least they're not crying on Twitter about not being paid for a commission or paid for a book. And the page, the dollars per page is way higher than the industry.
What are you paying exactly? $100?
It's none of your business.
A page? $200? $500? Because if you're paying more than $25 a page, you're getting ripped off, you stupid piece of shit.
Yeah, he's totally getting ripped off.
Obviously didn't do your homework.
He's making a lot of profits. Definitely getting ripped off.
You didn't research your fucking artists. Yeah,
he obviously did, because a lot of people love the art, including myself. And all the people are buying the covers for ISOM 2. So clearly he researched the artist enough to where he hired very talented people, where people are willing to buy multiple variants of the same book.
For the money he's paying these fucking artists, I bet he could have got some real artists. Now,
and who would real artists be, per se? Because most artists in the industry suck. Honestly, they suck. I think the only artist I would actually consider good would probably be Alex Ross and Greg Horn and maybe even J. Scott Campbell. I think those are the only 3 people that I would consider that are like industry that I would consider good artists. Oh yeah, and Todd McFarlane. But other than that, there really aren't that many artists that are amazing in the industry. In the mainstream industry, anyway.
Real good art can carry a shitty story. Had he got
Again, that's your opinion. That is a shitty story.
some real dial-in artists, maybe ISOM 1 could have carried through the day. And people would buy the second one just for the art alone.
A lot of people probably bought the book for the story more than the art. But I'm sure there are people who bought multiple variants for the artwork as well.
But that art was just so fucking mediocre. There's nothing special about it. It was just so.
You do understand? Well, you probably don't understand that some of the people he did hire were part of the mainstream comic industry. So obviously they were good enough to make great art in the mainstream industry that they made great art in the independent space.
Just lifeless. Devoid of soul.
Your whole life is devoid of soul. So, before you call anything devoid of soul, you should probably look at your own life. Because your own life is clearly devoid of soul. Considering that this is what you do all day.
The character of ISOM was so inconsistent. He had an afro some scenes. Some scenes he looked like a fucking Mexican with a buzz cut, with a fucking thin little mustache.
Wow, that's not racist at all.
But hey, he made a lot of money.
Yes, because clearly a lot of people were interested in the story and the artwork. It's not a hard concept for most people. It's a hard concept for you.
So it was like Mark Hamill once said about Disney Star Wars. And he said something about, well, it made a lot of money, didn't it? So it must be good because it made a lot of money.
Something like Disney Star Wars, you could tell that it's not good because they lost 50% of their audience from episode 7 to episode 9. So clearly it was terrible. But comic books are a different medium than movies. So what's your point?
Like, no, just because it made a lot of money doesn't mean it's fucking good. If we're going by
It's mostly opinion based.
those metrics, then Captain Marvel was a great movie. Or The Last Jedi was a great movie. No.
Both of those movies were trash, by the way, in my opinion.
Yeah, but we all know if the quality of that first book was dialed in and on the level and people wanted to see what was going to happen in book 2, then the sales for ISOM 2 would be at that level.
It's going to be very interesting if ISOM 2 makes more money than ISOM 1, because all these people like this guy here are going to complain and moan when that happens, if and when that happens. And then they're going to shift the goalposts again and say, well, it could have made $5 million if it makes $4 million, we'll say. It's going to like, well, if he did this, it could have made $5 million. These people have endless amounts of goalpost shifts, and it's really weird that they're so obsessed with this man's failure.
The first one, which means he would have over $3 million right now. But he doesn't.
It's actually tracking better than the first one. Because again, the second book sold more, made more money in the first 24 hours than the first book did.
Which means there was a large number of his fans that didn't want to see what happens next, because that book was shitty.
There was also a lot more product in the first campaign over the second campaign. What's your point? You literally make no points. Your arguments are terrible. You literally have none. But this is how far it's really gotten. What in the world is wrong with these people? This goes beyond a typical conspiracy theory into a whole other territory of insanity, unbelievable cope. So this guy named Anime Gematria, by the way, do not interact with any of these people that you see in any of my videos. Just keep all your comments in the comment section down below. We'll have a discussion inside the comments.
Now that I've exposed the Geeks and Gamers 199 cult, there
You really didn't expose anybody in here.
is still one more person associated with them that I must
You really didn't expose anyone.
also expose. Eric July, better known as Young Rippa 59. In Gematria, Young Rippa 59 equals to some very interesting numbers. I already made a video about the obvious number in his name, 59, for the Dragon Ball character Goku. But that number has other meanings too.
That's literally not where the 59 comes from. If you knew anything about Eric July or the history of how his name came to be, that is 100% incorrect.
For example, Freemasonry equals 59. But there are some other numbers connected to Eric July that exposes who really controls him. Young Rippa 59 equals 201. 120, 187, and 106. 201 is a number commonly associated with secret societies, such as the Illuminati and the Jesuits. And
This is seriously weird, man. I don't know what lengths or what reach these people are going to, but this is absolutely insane, Cope.
anyone who does their bidding. The fake Illuminati equals 120. Society of Jesus equals 187 and Black equals 106. Young Rippa is usually called Rippa for short, and Rippa equals 33. 33 is the highest degree in Freemasonry and is another significant number in secret societies.
Seriously, this is really, really stupid.
He also happens to currently be 33 years old. On his website, he states that he made $3 million with 30K orders for his comic book campaign, which is an obvious 33 reference. And Glenn Beck's The Blaze
It's obviously not.
TV on many occasions. Isn't it strange how these people who get rich and successful after getting involved with the music industry and politics always happen to lose someone close to them in some tragedy? It's almost like their friend or loved ones were sacrifices for them to move up the ladder of success. So let's get this straight.
They really believe this man is part of the secret society. This is so weird, man.
His name is July. His close friend who was born in July also got murdered in July, which caused a turning point in his life, which led to fame and success. Then he launched his $3 million comic book campaign in July, and he even got married in July. Let's look into the gematria of the incident where
That's just sounds like some creepy stalkers behavior right here. Honestly, this is very weird.
July's friend was killed. Her name, Juanita Payne, equals 47, and she was killed with an AK-47, which was bought for $50. When AK-47 equals 50 in gematria, AK-47 also equals 62, like sacrifice equals 62, and AK-47 even equals 59. Like,
what is this nonsense that I'm listening to? This just sounds really stupid. They're going to the lengths of conspiracy theories now to supposedly expose Eric July. Like, what is this nonsense that I'm listening to? Okay, we're back to One Race Movies Suck. Just one of his recent detractors that made some noise and made fun of his wife recently. If you've watched that video with this guy, I try my best to condense 19 minutes of this incoherent ramblings. Thank you to Rippaverse Goalposts again for doing something like this, because these type of people are very insufferable to listen to.
I am aware that what I've seen about the young guy.
I am aware. Go back to school. Please go back to school.
I don't know his name. Is it Rip? Young Rip or something?
Also, if you read the title, Young Ripper 59, I'm not repeating that word, fans are creepy and white people should kind of stop this. Okay. No.
I noticed that his fan base is very creepy looking dudes. I was just like clicking.
Let's compare you to me. My hair is nicely combed and my beard is neatly trimmed. You look like you have a mop on your head and pubes on your face. And you want to talk about how his fans look creepy. Okay, bud. You should probably consider at least taking a shower once a week. Or at least once a week. Probably every day. Actually, yes, every day. Because holy crap, you want to say people look creepy. You have yet to look at yourself in the mirror.
I was like, oh my gosh, your fan base is creepy. Or not the attractive one, like the kind of guy, blah, blah, blah. It's fine. I hang around people like that, like with disabilities and like that. They're not known as attractive. They don't have any friends. It's just...
That's clearly you talking about yourself.
I don't hang around the ones that are into deranged videos and have hate in them. You're one of the deranged kind of people, then it's creepy. You're looking at hate videos and you're not all there. That's weird because the thing is they're not aware of it at all. They literally do not see themselves. And it's like, I know, no, it's just this. And the thing is just, the thing is they're not aware that there's something wrong with them. Because, I mean, I think...
There's clearly something wrong with you because you can't even spew out a coherent thought out of your mouth.
Had a girl in the thing, and that's what I said. That's like, you know, trashy people will get the easiest girl in the block that no guy's really gonna be wanting. And you know, trashy people, yes, they can end up with trashy people. Yes, it's disgusting looking relationship too. Let's just leave it with just me. No one cares about your relationship. No one cares about it. You know, it's just but I have viewer responses from Trey Trash who love their parents talk about killing themselves. They'll be aware that in person, they would not even say these dumb things because I would really put them in a freaking mercy room. Not because of what they say, It's because how deranged they are. It's like a homeless guy coming up to you saying, "You piece of shit, motherfucker, pow!" And it
I mean, you look like a homeless person.
wouldn't just be a pow, it would be kicked on the ground. I'm not that violent, but I've never had someone that deranged come to like talk to me in person. So no, it would be immediately like, yeah, y'all, I'm gonna put you in the emergency room. Don't want to say I'm the nicest guy in the world, people say, but
With the amount of soy you probably take into your brain, I don't think you'd be putting anybody on the ground. Let's go back to where it was. Sorry about that.
what I see on YouTube, there's a limit. Because main thing is I want to make sure it's clear is they're not aware that that they're on a lower level to you. They somehow put that they're higher than you. They're better than you.
I mean, you probably think you're better than Eric July. You tried to say that his wife, the person that's his wife, you thought that was his mother. I mean, come on now.
They're trash. They're not aware at all.
But seriously, come back when you can put together a coherent thought before you make another video trying to make fun of other people when you're the one that's looking really dumb. Oh, we got Nerda versus actual Fandom. That's a good one. That'll be hilarious to see. I actually want to see if Dane is saying anything right now about Eric July. He might be. Let's see if he blocked. Okay, he hasn't blocked me yet. Okay, he's not really saying anything. Three little grifters, I guess.
They want pushing.
Oh, he's talking about Jeremy, Neurotic, and I think we saw Eric July in there. But we're not gonna go through that right now. We're gonna go through this.
And criticizing an attempt on a smear campaign. Bro, nobody's trying to smear campaign on you. Nobody
He called her Chudette. I don't know who this person is, but that's pretty funny.
cares about you that much. Nobody's trying to smear you. People would have to care about you in order to attempt a smear campaign.
That is true. I agree with that.
I haven't thought about your channel since the last time you talked bad about me. I don't watch your content. I don't care about you, nor anyone from that fandom initiative.
No one really should care, but the things that they say are very weird.
Like, you're never on my mind. You're never on anybody's mind, right?
That's 100% correct. It seems like Eric July lives rent-free in that whole entire fandom initiative's brains. But Eric July does not think about these people at all. He typically, I would say, majority of the time, Eric July doesn't start the feuds with anybody that hates on him. It's always everyone else trying to start something with him to pull some type of clout or ankle bite.
If you don't want something out there, just let it die. No, what this tells me is you want attention. You want some attention. Maybe your views are down. Maybe
I mean, his views were never up in the first place.
you're not getting, maybe you never got the love from mommy. I'm just saying, something's up there. Don't feel bad. I didn't either. But it's telling me you want attention. I explain in this Patreon exclusive. Imagine, right here, Joshua said it perfectly. Imagine paywalling your refutation of pro-pedo allegations. Imagine putting it behind a paywall. I'm totally not a pedo.
That's so true. Imagine putting that behind a paywall. That is so true.
Pay me $6 and I'll tell you why. That is real. That is what you just heard. Why would he start out? Like, why would he start out? Any sort of defense?
That's what he looks like. That's Dane from actual Fandom. The guy that's always seeming to call out supposed grifters like Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Cannell, Gary from Neurotic, and Eric July and Critical Drinker.
Defending child sex slaves. What's wrong with you, Dane? Like, no, seriously. What's wrong with you? The worst people imaginable. Like, there is nobody on this
I don't know, these two people, I'm pretty sure this is Matt Jarbo and that's Nerda.
earth that deserves the fires of hell, like people that hurt children. And you just defended somebody who wants pedophilia normalized.
Ooh, that's not good.
Did he really charge his Patreons for content that's a month and a half old? This is it? Wow, I feel bad for his actual supporters, you guys. He has the audacity to call me a grifter?
I mean, his actual supporters can pay for whatever they like because that's his supporters. If they want to pay for this, they can go ahead and do that. That's their choice. It's their money.
He has the audacity to call me a grifter?
Well, he calls a lot of people grifters, even though he's a grifter himself. We also have Pumafist, who's looking at this wall, as always, crying about ISOM. Let's take a listen.
He's got donate ISOM number 2 to kids, and it's half price. Wait.
It's not exactly half price. It's the customer pays half the price, and he pays the other half. It's not exactly half price.
What? Huh? So you can buy the book for kids, and it's half price? Why not just make the book $17.50 in general?
Because it costs a lot of money to pay your artists, your warehouse workers, the rent most likely on the warehouse, and everybody else that works for Rippaverse.
See, it's not worth $35, people. It's not worth $35. So why are you still giving him $35?
According to you, it isn't.
Why not just, like, I don't know, buy the half price one and donate it to your kid, and then you read it?
That's literally not how that works.
What the fuck is he thinking? And why is he pandering now to, like, charities and shit like that? Is he worried about his campaign?
Maybe because he wants children to grow up with cool comic books like he did? I don't know. Again, people are brainless and they can't fathom easy problem-solving skills to figure out things like this.
Is crowdfunder? It's definitely not a crowdfunder. It's a campaign. Is he?
It's not a crowdfunder because no one funded it. It's people buying it. It's called a pre-order campaign. It's right on the website.
Worried about that? Is he worried about not getting the sales? So now he's got to pander to sick kids in hospitals or whatever the fuck. And I've told you this before, folks. Charities are a scam. Don't ever do anything for charities. The money never goes where you think it's going to.
Not all charities are scams. I believe most are, but not all of them.
It goes into somebody's pocket. Every single damn time. Charities are a fucking scam.
That's why typically when you donate to charity, you look into it more before you go ahead and do so.
So, if the book can be purchased for half price, why are you paying full price?
The book is being printed for $35. The person donating the book is paying half the price, and Eric is paying the other half of the price. It's still essentially $35. He's just giving a discount to the customer for donating the book. Again, simple things like this can be found on Eric July's YouTube channel.
I gotta reiterate that again. He can sell it for $17.50. What if this whole campaign was just people donating it to kids? He made just half as much money. Would he go for that? Probably not. See, there's something fishy going on here. It's dishonest, people. It's a dishonest business practice. Yep,
it's so dishonest that the books are going to get donated to comic books for kids and comic books for troopers.
For the kids. Look at me. I'm special. I like the kids. I'm doing something nice for the kids. Yeah.
I mean, are you doing something nice for the kids? You're sitting here looking at a wall, recording a video.
It's just I don't know, get you screwballs to think he's better than he is and forget that he's just a fucking businessman and all he's trying to do is get your money. That's what all...
You mean like everyone else in life? Like Marvel and DC and the movie industry, and the music industry, and the video game industry, and every other industry that you have to pay money for? Items and services?
All these goddamn charities do, man. You go to the grocery store, would you like to round up and, or donate $1 to this or that? No. Absolutely not.
Those I agree with. I don't do that. I don't do that stuff ever, but we'll go over to Dick Masterson just for the one thing he decided to say today. When in response to Eric saying, did they laugh at you when they realized you were wasting their time because you get legal advice from rabbit-faced drama farmers? He's talking about Dick Masterson. That's why he responded. I think you blew all your ISOM number 1 money in hiring useless tards and buying vans and warehouses and BS, and now you're in the hole. Definitely isn't, because he literally has a animation trailer for ISOM 2, and ISOM 2 isn't selling because you can't write for crap. Clearly it's selling well. It's probably selling better than your book has ever sold ever. Just a hunch, because I know how bad stupid people are with lottery money. To which, you got, 9 comments? In 5 hours, you got 9 comments, and you still couldn't muster up 100 likes, because you're that irrelevant and no one cares about you. But someone did make an interesting comment down here. It says, my favorite part of all this is Nick Rekieta writing Eric's coattail while at the same time trying to be you. No one's trying to be Dick Masterson. Especially not Nick Rekieta. But Eric says you're a loser. It's in response to this comment that Nick Rekieta made over at Rekieta Law. I love that guy. He's awesome. He says, Eric lives in my head because I really want to emulate that success. The success of Eric's comic books. So, and this was in response to someone saying that they call the state police and cyber police, consequences will never be the same for you. It's like, yeah, because they believe his charity stuff is fraudulent. But we have Obtuse Gnome who's been arguing with people for days now, maybe even a week now. Eric is acting like he's in the 90s and this is going to cause financial issues in the long run. There's a lot of junk on the campaign page, and variants of folks are going to get burnt out and be stuck with something they paid $100 for that they can sell. Well, all the stuff that's been coming out of the campaign, all the different variants, have been selling pretty good for an aftermarket. To which Eric, of course, responds saying, went from ISOM 1 was going to fail to ISOM 2 was going to fail, and now we're at them in the long run. I never said ISOM 1, I said ISOM 2 will likely surpass 2 million. I doubt you ever said that. The problem is you are offsetting less buyers with $100 foil covers that look amazing, by the way. I got one. And a bunch of variant covers. Like Marvel and DC don't have those. Like they don't have like cover A to cover Z. You lost about 30k backers and 1/3 to 1/2 of sales and revenue. Up 1 million a year was just startup costs. Again, made more money in the second campaign faster than the first one. Loads of repeat buyers. Objectively, moron. We have less variants than virtually all of the mainstream. There will never be more than 4 covers. We've never had backers, idiot. We've had purchasers. It's a number 2, not a number 1. And we have damn near 2 months left in the campaign. Relax. Unless you have all these products printed in the warehouse, you have backers. No, he doesn't. He has people who pre-order the product that's already done. It's already made. It's already printed. It's already waiting to be packaged up. It's probably being packaged up as we speak, as I speak. Call them purchasers or whatever gets your lower half hard. But when you call it a campaign and have it 2 months out, you have backers. No, he doesn't. It literally says pre-order campaign. To which Eric makes a great point. The items books are already printed, DS. Even if they weren't, that wouldn't make them backers. When a video game is pre-ordered, are they backers? How many of each of the one has been printed? That information on the campaign page, so again, you got it wrong, and it's okay. This is not a crowdfund. There are no backers, only purchasers, which is true. It's 100% true. I think, what did he respond with? Hate to break it to you, Eric, but your entire Rippaverse comic business was crowdfunded. Again, no interaction whatsoever. And when you do get interaction, you get ratioed. So, just want to give a quick Rippaverse update on the campaign, because I forgot to do that at the beginning of the video. 10,108 cover A's by Turnian. 10,633 cover B's. The cover is drawn by Ethan Van Sciver. 3,460 cover C's by Shane Davis. 531 cover D's by also Turnian. This is going to be the mass print cover. 1,427 total books donated. $1.735 million. 14,877 total purchasers, and ends on August 27th. So at the end of the day, the haters will continue to lose. The detractors will continue to lose. And that's that. That's exactly what's going to always happen. They're going to keep on hating on Eric July. They're going to keep hating on his success, and he's just going to keep making more and more money. And the Rippaverse is going to continue to thrive. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit the like button, comment below what you feel about all this, subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all. That way you get notifications anytime I post a new video, and I will see you all on the next one. Peace.